Hi! Good morning everyone! Maraming salamat sa mga nanonood na sa atin ngayon. Magandang umaga. I am Rose Fausto, also known as FQ Mom. FQ stands for Financial Intelligence Quotient or Financial Quotient for short. It is the ability to make sound decisions and actions in managing personal finances. In other words, it's the IQ and EQ of handling money. My co-host for today is my favorite panganay. Take it away, Martin F.
Hello, good morning everyone. Magandang umaga. My name is Martin Fausto. I am FQ Son number 1. I am also the founder and managing director of Brand Them, a shortcut for the term Brand Them, where we focus on branding your most important asset in the company, your people, so that your brand story comes alive. Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning. Good morning. So we are now live on Facebook in the pages of FQ Mom and Knowledge Channel. We're also supposed to be live on Kumu. But I don't know what's happening, but we do have 973 live viewers already, even if they are not yet seeing the video of us. So please just hold on there. We are trying to fix it.
Yes, raise 29, black screen pa po. Kung may Monday, Thursday, it is a black Thursday for us this morning. Ngayon sa Kumu, we're trying to figure it out on the back end for our tech team to help us para naman makita ang ating video for our stream here at Kumu.
Yes, so I'd like to greet Monchi. He is with us on Facebook. Hi, Monchi. And of course, marami sa Kumu. And they are holding on even if it's still black. So we'd like to tell you just a little bit. So we'd like to ayun, hindi na kami black.
All right, nice.
Hi, Kumu people! Hello. Thank you for staying tuned even if there was a little bit of a problem earlier. But okay, so ito ulit. I always do this. Restart. Hello, good day everyone. Welcome to Money Lessons with FQ Mom and Sons. And with me today is son number 1.
Yeah, hey, my name is Martin Fausto. Are we going to say the same thing?
No.
Hi, good morning. Raise 29. Yes, it's all good now. We'd also like to say hello to Gabster. Parang magkapatid lang daw kayo. So hindi ko alam kung compliment yun for her or insulto yun para sa akin. But thank you so much. Kev, ayun, yes. Nice seeing you again. And to also Van Fabule 5721. Good morning sa inyong lahat.
Okay, so let's go. Let's go to our topic. What is our topic for today? Direct, ano ba ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon? Pakita naman natin yan.
Yan. Okay, so the topic for this morning, mukha akong bagong gising sa poster na to.
Baka bagong
What
gising.
do you own and why?
Ayun.
Right? What do you own and why investing in real estate?
Sige, sulat nyo na mga kakumu at ka-Facebook kung ano yung sagot nyo. What do you own and why? Good morning mga idols. Atabs nyo ako since 91. Anong atabs?
Baka.
Listening while working from home. Hello, Monchi, my dear. Hello. At mag-hello ka sa ating mga Kumu viewers, Marty, kasi mas maliwanag yung mata mo.
Okay, sige, ako na bahala sa Kumu. Yes, love the energy. Thanks, Gabster. Okay, so please type in your answers kung ano yung mga pwede natin i-share on what do you own and why. Ano yun? So they're gonna share kung ano yung mga ari-arian nila na hindi naman kailangan lupa, ano?
Oo. There are different
own,
asset classes. May mga fixed income, stocks, real estate, which is also our topic for today. May art ka ba dyan? At kung ano-ano pa. Meron ka bang mga crypto dyan? Yan. Padami ng padami, di ba?
Okay.
In terms of art nga, dalawang klase na. Hindi na lang yung tangible art.
Ano yung
digital art.
Yung parang fungible.
NFT. Ano yun? NFT ba yun?
NFT.
Okay.
Naririnig ko ngayon.
Alright.
Thank you so much for Shaki for the halo. And a while ago for Julian and Nizi Montoya. Kitang name.
Nizi. Okay, so let's go to the topic. What do you own and why? There is a person, his name is Sandy Gottsman. He's the founder of, ano na nga ba yung kanyang company, First Manhattan. Ito pa ay isang investment firm din, ano? And what he really asked when he interviews applicants to be hired, ito ang lagi niyang tinatanong. What do you own and why? Ang galing, ano? Why is that? Kasi it's very telling when a person would answer that question honestly. Kasi malalaman mo, ito pala ang pinahahalagahan niya, yung mga ganon, ano? So, there is this report by Morningstar. Ito po ay sa US, ano? Ito yung popular na, what do you call that? Is that a newsletter? Basta they would always review mga funds, they talk about investments, and then they found out that around half of the fund managers in the US don't own a single share of their funds. Tada!
What?
Elix, di ba?
Oo nga, it's like a doctor who doesn't believe or do his or her own prescription.
That's right.
That's weird.
You know, in my article yesterday, I shared that experience nga when Lola Pepay was diagnosed with cancer. And then, syempre, my siblings and I, together with our mom, would talk to the doctors. And I would always ask that question. Kasi syempre, sasabihin nila, chemo yan, ganyan, radiation. Sabihin ko, my mom was already 84 years old. And she was very firm na. She didn't want any of those aggressive treatments anymore. Sabi niya kasi, I'm thankful for my life already. Baka makasama pa. So, ito po yung tinatanong ko sa doktor. Dok, sabi ko, kung kayo po ang nasa lugar ng nanay ko, gagawin niyo po ba yan? And then there would always be a pause. Of course, syempre, din nila yun, i-rationalize nila, ganyan. So, and I find myself always asking that question when I seek counsel, seek advice. Di ba? Kasi, kadalasan po talaga, the study show also that doctors prescribe something to their patients, but they don't normally choose it for themselves then. So nakakatakot. Parang kung meron kang cook sa bahay, syempre inaasahan mo yung cook mo, no, that he or she is preparing yung mga nutritious na masasarap na pagkain. Then you find out, hindi ko kinakain yung luto ko. Parang, hala, ate, meron ka bang...
May nilagay yata dyan sa ulam.
Meron ka bang nilalagay dyan sa ulam na yan. Ganun.
Okay.
So ako, pag nag-i-interview rin ako, nakakatawa I put them in a hot spot. Pakita ba natin, there was one time, this was an event pre-COVID days sa Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. It was the BSP Financial Education Stakeholders Expo. Do we have that slide, Sharon? When I asked the question, I moderated kasi a panel and the title of that session was how to invest in the stock market or parang making money in the stock market. So I had all these panelists, yung sina Dino Bate, the CEO of COL Financial, the COO of the PSE, Philippine Stock Exchange, si Roel Refran. Nakasama niyo siya dati sa isang radio guesting.
Okay. So these are people from the Philippine Stock Exchange.
Yes. And then there's Fernando Martinez of Eagle Securities. So, and two officials from the PSE. So I asked them the question, what is the percentage of equity in your personal portfolio?
So tinanong mo sa kanila, how much in your portfolio are stocks? Since you all work in the stock market.
Yes. Oo. So, syempre, medyo nag-god sila kasi hindi ko naman sinabi sa kanila, no? But ito yung mga sagot nila. You wanna read?
Okay, sige.
One by one.
So, sige, paki-flash naman ng mga sagot para mabasa natin.
Una kay Dino Bate. Anong sagot ni Dino?
So, for Dino Bate, who is the COL Financial President, it's 50% stocks and 50% fixed income.
So 50-50 siya.
Okay. Wala siyang real estate.
I think what he just did here, kasi yung bahay na, nakita ko na eh. The mill yun. He just did yung parang investable funds niya siguro yan. So, binigay niya yung kung paano yung hatian ng fixed at saka equity.
All right. Okay. So
shout out to Dino and COL.
Let's go for the next answer. And hello to R. Christian Roda. Good morning. Thank you for joining us over at Facebook. And to Keb, who sumagot din siya na what he owns.
Oh, yeah.
Quite wide of a spectrum. He owns stocks, UITF, MP2, crypto, and emergency fund for my future. At sabi nga ni user 904-8474, sana all may pang retirement. And so Roel Refran, ang sagot naman yan, 90 to 95% equity.
Hindi, diba? Super aggressive. Actually, sinabi ko mga yes during that panel on stage. Sabi ko, yes, yan ang talagang Mr. Philippines. Kasi si Roel Refran was Mr. Philippines in his previous life. As in
beauty pageant?
Muscle man. Alam mo yung mga ganun? Yan talagang Lou Ferrigno effect.
Okay. Oh, Yvette, thank you so much for the halo-halo.
Hi, Yvette!
Hello to Ana Rose Montesioso.
Oh, sino pa, Marty?
And Sarah Padilla, who works with the PSE or Philippine Stock Exchange, said na 10% stocks.
Yeah, siya yung pinaka conservative among the panelists. Si Grace Kalubakib ng Capital Markets Integrity Corp also of PSE, sabi niya 20 to 25 stocks and mutual funds. And
lastly, Fernando Martinez, who's with Eagle Equities, said that he owned from his portfolio, it's 60% in stocks.
So kayo po, ano ang mga percentages ng whatever, kung ano mang asset class ang meron kayo? Yan yung pagsagot natin dun sa what do you own?
Yan. So sa Kumu, si Kev, wow, he really knows his investments.
Yeah, very yan. And he also shares what he knows to his may followers na rin yan.
Nice. So sabi rin niya, 30% stocks, 30% UITF, 20% fixed income. Wow. Laki na. 10% crypto and 10% emergency fund.
So all in all, kung yung UITF niya is also invested in equity, ang total equity niya is 30 plus 30 ba yun? 30 So 60 siya. Pareho siya di kanina si Eagle Equities.
Nice. And thank you sa pahalo-halo kay Ole?
Si Yvette Rosales. 95.
Wow, Yvette. 95% real estate and 5% stocks.
So if she's in the real estate business, she's putting her money where her mouth is.
Grabe.
That's what I said.
Yan ang commitment. Grabe.
Yeah. Parang mas may mas may kumpiyansa ka rin pag ganun.
Parang if you're gonna talk to somebody working in a particular industry, tapos yun talagang ginagawa niya with his or her personal money, it means na may sense to. As in, hindi ka bubulahin ito.
Yeah, sige. Yung isang event naman na gusto kong i-share sa kanila, this was the event co-hosted by CFA Society of the Philippines and Fund Managers Association of the Philippines, FMAP. So this one, I was part of the audience. The moderator here was my favorite person in the world, aka Marvin Fausto, the founding president of FMAP. Pero syempre, nung Q&A na, ito na, humirit na naman yung asawa. Sabi ko, doon sa mga panelists, can you share with us your personal asset allocation? Ta-da-da!
Okay, so Mary Leong of CFA Asia Pacific said, majority daw in real estate and she evaluates every quarter. I think there was also a follow-up question here na every when do you check?
Yes.
Everyone do you parang record or track the growth or decline of your personal assets?
Yes. So that's Mary Leung.
Okay. So Mr. Philip Hagedorn of Atram, 60% in real estate and the rest are in stocks. No fixed income. Wow.
Go. Next.
Smith Chua of BPI Asset Management, 70% fixed income, 30% stocks. At may excuse siya because my wife is conservative.
Nakakatawa. When he actually said that, merong may laughter doon. And incidentally, Smith was my batchmate in college and also at Far East Bank. Sabay kami pumasok sa Far East Bank. May 1985, back in the kopong-kopong days. And syempre, to the guys who know who the wife is, si Queen Alichua po ang asawa niya.
The Queen Alichua, the math genius.
The math genius. Okay, next.
Right, so Fritz Ocampo from BDO said, 60% real estate, 30% stocks, 5% art, 5% cash, and evaluates every month. Talaga namang very banker talaga
Very banker
behavior. And of course, Wilson C. and somebody also on Kumu already guessed, no? 100% stocks and key, Sir Wilson C. And you are right, 100% stocks. But it depends now on the interest rates. Like back in 1983, no may Jobo bills pa, 40 to 53%. And then, ang sabi niya kasi,
again, in 2000 daw, tumaas.
Yeah, kasi sabi niya, he asked, why will I put my money in fixed income when the rates are just 1 to 2%?
Yeah.
I don't look at my asset allocation that much now because it's all in equity. But
then again, parang yung kanina kay Dino Bate, di ba you asked, bakit walang real estate? I think they are just giving the allocation between their equity and stocks.
The investable ones.
Alam ko rin po yung bahay ni Wilson. Hindi siya pwedeng maging 1% or ano. Okay, so these are the answers of the biggest fund managers in the country. It's very interesting. And bahala na kayo, no? Kung halimbawa, titignan mo, si Wilson C. kasi he's the one who is a founder of Phil Equity. Kung gusto
I like
mo,
that fund.
Yeah.
I invest in that fund a lot.
So shout out to Mr. Wilson C. and Phil Equity.
Speaking of investments, before we go to the next part, somebody from Kumu, si Gloria Calzita asked, do you guys invest in the GCash investment?
What
are your insights?
What
are your insights?
GCash ka ba? Yes, we do. Actually, yeah.
Yes,
we do.
yes. So there's two parts, no? One is in G Save and the other one is in G Invest.
Yeah.
And we do both. Ako, I don't keep a lot of money in my GCash wallet. I move it all to G Save, and then I also put some in G Invest in the mga feeder funds, mga global feeder funds. So
maganda kasi you can already invest abroad without having to buy dollars and convert. Sabi ni Newbie Loves.
Hello, hi Dion J. Nice, thank you so much.
Okay, so ito na. Let's go to that interesting part of our episode today. So what do you own? Kadalasan po sa mga Pilipino, no, parang meron tayong soft spot for something tangible.
Yung nakahawakan.
Nakikita,
nakaamoy, nakikita, nararamdaman.
Nakakatok.
Nakakatok, akin to.
At medyo hirap nga tayo dun sa mga paper assets that we have been mentioning kanina, yung mga sinasabi
stocks,
nila. Stocks,
equity,
fixed income. Kasi hindi nila, ano yun? Ano
parang
yung papel?
Baka mawala. Pag nawala yung Wi-Fi connection, baka mawala pera ko. Mga ganun ako na-encounter.
Ano to? Papel? By the way, we already have over 1,000 viewers live on Kumu. Hello, everyone. Thank you. And please keep sending those hearts and diamonds. So, I'll give the floor to you to please introduce our special guest for today.
Okay, so our special guest, no, every time we talk about anything that you want to own, anything that's tangible and that's an asset, we think about real estate.
Yan pinakamadali nating maintindihan.
Real estate. And ako personally, I don't own real estate yet. Yet. Wala pang real estate under my name. So I had to call somebody, nakiisip ko, who can teach us in a simple, fun way of real estate investments. All right. So our special guest graduated from UP Diliman, is a certified.
Anong course niya sa UP Diliman?
BAA lang naman. BAA lang naman ang course niya sa UP Diliman.
Ano yung BAA ba?
Basta pag the more A's, the harder. Yun daw ang sabi nila. So he's also a certified public accountant, so he knows his numbers, and is a licensed real estate broker. Plus, an entrepreneur. So he really has a lot of investments and he really dips his finger, yung may tamang term dun, in different pies. So he really knows his way around this. And of course, my favorite, his tagline, if you watch his YouTube videos, is the real deal. So, diba? All right. 1, 2, 3, go. The real deal. And let us welcome into our show, Mr. EDRIC MAGUAN.
Hello. Thank you, Martin, for that wonderful introduction. First of all, I want to thank also Rose for having me on this episode of Money Lessons with FQ Mom and Sons. Hi everyone. I'm very excited
Hello.
I'm very excited to share money lessons I've learned as an avid real estate investor, especially those who are thinking about investing for the first time. And gusto ko talaga to help inspire more Filipinos, especially millennials like me and Martin, to start investing in real estate earlier to achieve financial freedom and to grow their wealth.
Okay, so we have here a real estate investor.
Siguro pwede na tayo kung how we got. Yeah, gusto ko. Pwede, EDRIC.
Sige, just tell us a little bit about yourself for our viewers, your background, how you got started, etc.
Sure. Okay. So as Martin mentioned, I am a CPA. So when I started, I had no idea about real estate first, but as with a lot of sons and their parents, like you, Mom and Martin, my dad was also into real estate, and I saw that he was able to rent out properties, also have capital appreciation through these properties. And if you get a really good one, I can see you could literally double your asset, your capital appreciation in just a matter of like 5 to 7 years. Wow. That's why I got interested in it.
Okay. Question though, like if somebody wants to start investing in real estate, does this person have to be rich? Like, syempre, diba, ilang millions in yun, diba? So, ano ba, I mean, but you see people really investing in real estate and you see the gains. Dapat ba mayaman ka to start before you invest in real estate?
That's a very common question I get and a very common misconception. Actually, I myself, when I was figuring out how to get into real estate, I didn't really know. I had to learn a lot of it, through exploring, trial and error. So the first thing I did, I was exploring yung mga resale properties, and I quickly learned kailangan medyo malaki na yung cash outlay mo for those, because at the maximum, banks would typically just loan you 80%, which means you have to pay a down payment of 20%.
Okay.
Yeah. So, well, back then, in my early to mid 20s, I didn't have a lot of cash saved up. So I looked at other options. I parang porsigido talaga eh. No, gusto ko invest as early as possible. So what I did was I found there's these pre-selling properties that you don't have to pay a big amount of cash up front. So that's how I got started. Imagine you're locking into your contract price and you pay a relatively small amount monthly. Then any increase in property value in that area, sa'yo na yun, kasi you're locked into the price na.
Okay, but grabe, nakakatakot din yun. Like, what was your first experience like? Kasi isip ko, you're buying a property, let's say at least 2 to 3 million. Kuwari, pre-selling
yun
siya.
Yung mga maliliit na.
Maliliit pa lang yun, ha? Tapos, parang, what will give you the confidence na, kaya ko siyang bayaran?
Oo, tama-tama. Yung tanong ni Keb, what are the things to consider before getting your first real estate?
Okay, so first, it's talagang mindset talaga eh. Like, a lot of people, yun nga, they think about yung millions. They get so caught up in the total contract price. So yung natural reaction natin, ako din parang na-experience to. Parang naninigas ka talaga eh. Parang, can I do this? Can I do this? Daming, parang ano ba yung pinakamahal na binili ko at to this point? Laptop?
Cellphone.
So cellphone, yun. Tapos ito biglang millions, more than maybe 2-3 million. So what I did was I changed my mindset. I broke it down. So I actually made my very first video on YouTube was about the 3 C's of buying a property.
Wow, may 3 C's of investing.
Yeah.
Para sa Savior, ilang C's ba kayo sa Savior?
Mas marami sa Savior.
Kalahati. Mas madaling tandaan. Let's go, EDRIC. First C.
So well, I'll just explain first. The 3Cs is all about breaking it down little by little. So it's not too daunting. It's not too overwhelming for especially for first time investors. So the 3Cs are capacity, credit, and cash flow.
Oh, pakinote nyo yan, ha?
Capacity, credit,
Uy, salamat
cash
sa
flow.
halo-halo, Rose, Maldita, Yvette, love it. Yeah, the three of them. Thank you very much.
Maldita.
Yeah,
Okay.
Maldita siya. Okay, so EDRIC, the first C.
Capacity, credit. What's the last one?
Cash flow.
Cash flow.
Okay,
so
let's go to the first C.
So the first C, capacity, is all about determining for yourself what you can afford at this point. So, for example, you have free income. Let's say minus free income, which is your income less your gross income less your expenses.
Yes.
That's your capacity. How much can you pay monthly? Free up, yeah, pay monthly. So, in that sense, you can you'll be able to gauge how much of a monthly down payment you can start with as an investing in a pre-selling property.
Okay. So sorry, just basic question. This is the amount of money. Tapos na yung mga kailangan mong bayaran?
That's what. Tama ba? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so next.
Next is credit, or how are you going to fund yung Siyempre, we don't have young people like us. We're still working hard and continually growing our income, and we don't have the capacity yet to fully pay the property in cash.
Actually, there are very few people naman who can pay
the
entire price with cash.
Correct.
Kahit naman din yung mga middle-aged people, they would still have a tandem of equity and credit. Sige, go.
Okay.
So what I really like about real estate is that you can use home loans, which actually have a very, very friendly rate of interest rate to fund your real estate investments. So this is where credit comes in. Credit comes in because when your property turns over, after you pay the monthly down payment, when your property turns over, you can continue yung monthly, looking at it from a monthly perspective lang na you have a expectation na ito lang yung amount na babayaran ko. So I can do this pa. Hindi na yung parang buo ulit yung iisipin mong babayaran mo.
So if I got it correctly, so sabi mo, you're talking about the pre-selling now. Usually yung mga pre-selling, may monthly sila for the down. Tama?
Yes.
And then, pagka magto-turn over na, the balance, which you have to pay the real estate company, you will now be tapping on your credit. The second C.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
Yung down payment, pwede na siya monthly? Sorry.
Yes, ganyan na ngayon. Diba? Yung basta pre-selling. Kasi wala pa naman silang binibigay sa'yo, no? Dapat na. In fact, that is a relatively new manner of paying. Nung araw kasi, dapat buo na bago ka magbenta.
I think doon ako, plus I think friends also, takot na wala rin akong pambayad ng down eh.
Kasi dati kasi, dapat buo, meron ka na ng equity portion mo. Ngayon, ang ginawa ng mga real estate companies, they came up with a facility na, sige, mag-down ka na habang ginagawa ko. In other words, the buyers are also funding their working capital. Kasi dapat, nung panahon namin, gawa na, bago ka magbenta, nauso lang, fairly recently, but na rin to, decades ago, yung tinatawag na pre-selling.
Okay.
Laway pa lang ang plano, drawing ang binibenta.
Okay.
Sige, continue natin, Ed.
Pero yung maganda dyan, naka-lock in ka sa total contract price mo. So over the years, habang ginagawa yung kino-construct yung building, tapos tumataas na yung presyo ng properties in that area, all the gains, di na babalik sa'yo yung developers sasabihin, oy, tumaas na yung value ng property, tataasan na namin yung singil. So, hindi na nila gagawin yan. You're locked in.
Because nag-invest ka na early on sa kanila.
Yes.
Lock in ka na. Kunwari, nag-develop ng mga may grocery, may hospital na ginawa, etc.
School, yeah.
Siyempre, school, tataas yung value ng real estate. Pero yung contract mo is dun sa original contract ninyo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sige. And then?
And then, moving on yung sa credit nga, you get the home loan. And what's nice about this, kahit may home loan na, if it's an investment property, you have a home loan, may kamanggahan namang income na, which is your rental income.
If you're able to rent it out, no?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So those are already two ways you're earning, diba? Parang capital appreciation and then rental income.
The rent. So far, we have capacity and then we also have credit. And it also, mag-segue lang ako, I also like to say hello to James Tantiu. Is this correct? And Vey Jetito. Okay, cool. And Don Marco, hello. Thank you so much for your halo-halos, and Maldita for the Carlito, hello. So far we have 2 C's down.
Or did you already touch on the third C when you said the income?
Cash flow yun.
More, a little bit, yeah. It's cash flow.
Continue.
Pero when I say cash flow, I don't look at it like yung current cash flow lang. I'm looking at it more on yung long-term cash flow. Like we know naman, especially if you're working hard, you're continually building on your career, then then your income only grows. So in that sense, you can better gauge what properties you can afford. So you don't sell yourself short. Like ngayon afford ko lang kunyari studio unit, pero takot ka kasi sa loan. Pero if you look at your cash flow from a long-term perspective that's continuously growing, then you may want to explore investing in maybe a 1 or even a 2-bedroom unit. Because by the time it turns over, you have more cash flow to fund.
Sana naman, you have more cash to fund.
Sana all, sabi nga kanina.
Hello to Master Ace who joined us on Kumu in the stream.
And si Glendale Deloso Velasco.
Tinag ata niya.
May tinag siya. Kamag-anak niya. Michelle Bonga Valenzuela, please watch daw. Ayan, meron na tayong potential client for EDRIC. Later, he will be telling us where to reach him. Okay, so ayan na, no? Pakiulit natin ulit yung 3 C's mo, EDRIC, for those who just joined in.
And we're all talking about real estate investment, okay? For those who just joined us on Facebook and on Kumu. So EDRIC, as the certified, the licensed real estate broker, please tell us your 3 C's when it comes to investing.
The 3 C's are capacity, credit, and cash flow. That's it. That's all you have to think about. Forget about yung total contract price. It's the millions. It'll just scare you away.
Okay. Can I just share a personal story also? My mom again. My mom, kasi sila in their lifetime, both my parents have passed on. They built 2 houses. I remember her telling us, me and Papa, na you cannot wait for the time daw na you are so, I have enough na pambili ng bahay. It is like marriage daw. You also take a leap of faith. So, naisip ko yon. That's why when we built this house, sige lang, parang kumbaga, okay, let's build something that was quite big na rin, And we were just hoping that because we were employed naman, but of course there's a side story there na napaka-audacious ko na I stopped working. Basta, kasi somehow, what you were saying kanina, yung sa credit mo, if you keep on working and being gainfully employed naman or gainfully earning from your business, somehow daw, you outgrow your cash, you outgrow your amortization. So, yung sinabi mo kanina na fix na yung price nung binili mong property. Okay, so yan ay hinuhulugan mo. And then, ideally, ika nga nyo nga ngayon, sana all, tumataas naman yung income mo, na-outgrow mo na yung amortization mo. And then you are able to also enjoy the appreciation in the value of your property. Yun ang aking personal share.
Correct.
Thank you. And hello to your baby girl 11 and our Christian Roda on Facebook and on Kumu. I have a question though. Diba, for example, real estate. People always say location, location, location.
Oh yeah, that one too. I'd like to discuss that.
Diba? What other factors do you consider when it comes to deciding where to invest for real estate?
Yeah, what these are is what I like to call yung fundamentals of real estate. So we say location, pero what exactly is location? Parang what's nice about the location? For me, there are a few fundamentals of location.
Hilig sa three. Did you say three or
a few fundamentals.
Okay.
One, of course, is you have to look at where developments are progressing, like where there are a lot of infrastructure projects, where there are by the government, and also on the private side naman. Where are the private companies making new commercial establishments, new office spaces. Kasi doon talaga yung really high growth areas in real estate, and that's one thing you have to look at first before you start exploring you understand the fundamentals before you start going around different properties.
Ano ang mga magaganda ngayon para makuha na kagad ng mga viewers natin? So what are the areas now with good potential as far as you're concerned?
Well, it really depends on I don't give blanket statements when in terms of that. Go
ahead and qualify.
Because I find each person has their own taste, has their own preferences in what type of property they would like to invest in. That's why I also provide free one-on-one or group consultations for you so I can really dig deep. I can really dig deep into your preferences and try to figure out and help you work through your needs.
We both reacted porket may free.
Oo, ganun talaga. Ganun talaga ang mga tao mahilig sa libre. So ayan, okay, continue, EDRIC.
Ayan, that's basically it. Pero the thing you have to understand with the Philippine market, we're quickly growing in terms of while medyo na-affect tayo ng pandemic, pero parang yung long-term perspective ng country natin is going to be quickly growing in terms of the economy and in terms of population. So that alone makes the real estate market a very attractive. We could see maraming ang foreigners din nag-invest nga. Why not us, di ba? Why not yung mga
millennials? Ay, pinipili, no? Mga lupain sa magagandang beaches natin. Kaasawa ng mga Pinay. Part of the investment.
Okay.
Filipina.
We just have a few questions though. 168 AGM said, would REIT be a good starting point to look into investing in real estate?
Yes. Especially for people like us who are very comfortable sa stock market, no? Yung REIT kasi, naka-broken down into shares na yan. So, nabibili nyo siya na parang stocks. And then you are also able to earn dividends and capital appreciation. It is the ease of buying and selling. That is the advantage of the REITs.
Hindi siya sobrang hard asset kasi it's just shares of real estate. Office spaces, di ba?
Oo, iba-iba.
Okay.
Oo, so yung Ayala was the first to come up with the REIT. Tapos marami na rin nagsusunod.
Yeah, yes. Okay yung REIT.
So, lalo na kung konting-konti pa lang yung pag-uumpisahan mong pondo, okay naman ang REIT. Tapos kung medyo nakaka-accumulate na kayo, kausapin nyo na si EDRIC MAGUAN.
And I'm not sure if we are qualified to answer. So, it's just a question also from one of our viewers. Any thoughts on the quote-unquote real estate bubble primarily blamed on the demand by POGOs?
Okay.
Nice question.
Do you have any take there?
Any insights there?
Yeah, no. I don't find that real estate bubble because of the two factors I mentioned: the growing economy and growing population. Yeah. In fact, based on the data we have, we're still lagging on the supply side of the resident, especially residential real estate. Parang kulang pa talaga yung residential real estate natin.
Okay, so your take is whether or not may POGOs, kulang din talaga naman yung supply for the demand. Kasi ang dami rin natin per square kilometer.
Oo, ang nangyari kasi dyan nun, dami kasing POGOs dito, no? So, nagkaroon ng high demand. Tapos, nagka-pandemya, nag-uwian na sila sa kanilang mga bansa. So, medyo bumagsak yung demand on that. Okay. Gusto ko lang din basahin itong sinabi ni Ian Dazo. Hello, Rose, Martin, and Edric. Just wanted to ask, what's the advantage of investing in real estate over stocks? Do you want to take that, Edric?
Okay, sure. Why I invest in real estate is because it's you can use the power of leverage. For me, I love using the power of leverage. So anytime I invest in a property, I think about how much of my own money I'm going to invest in it either on a per month basis or on a total basis. And then the rest of it, I prefer to use the power of leverage or to use the home loans to fund the rest of the property.
Okay, i-explain natin ng
breakdown natin ng konti.
Para bang explain to me as if I were a 7-year-old. Pag sinabi ni Edric na he loves enjoying the power of leverage, ganito po kasi ngayon. Para lang for simplicity's sake, may binili siyang 1 million property na real estate. He doesn't have to put up the entire 1 million. Kahit na 200,000 lang yung pinut up niyang pera, pero pag nag-appreciate na yung 1 million, let's say naging 2 million, tapos inadahan-dahan niyang binabayaran yun, sinabi niya kanina na credit, di ba? Yung 2 million na yun, kita kasi yun on the entire 1 million. Pero hindi niya pinut up yung buong 1 million.
Pag pinut up, hindi niya binayaran.
Oo. So, 200,000 ang binayad niya. Kunyari na lang para madali lang kayong mag-isip, wag na nating isama yung mga cash flow niya nung sumunod. Kunyari, bumili siya ng property worth 1 million, pero 200 lang ang nilabas niya. Pero na-flip niya, nabenta niya, kunyari, at 2 million.
So, yung kita niya,
so, hindi lang siya nag-double your money. Kasi even if the computation there is double your money on the 2, it's actually 2 million on the 200,000. Yun ba? Tama ba, Mr.
Ed? Correct. Oo. So, yung 1 million sa'yo na yun. Yung 1 million in gain sa'yo na yun for putting out the 200,000.
Yun naman ang advantage.
Power of leverage.
Power of leverage. So, because I am a stock investor, sasabihin ng iba, meron din naman power of leverage ang stocks di ba? Meron din naman magma-margin, di ba? Yung mga merong accounts dyan. Nakikita nyo yan dun sa, kung COL ang ginagamit nyo, nandun siya sa ilalim, merong purchasing power, yung mga ganyan. Kaya lang the problem is, and I personally don't use that. I don't leverage on my stock purchases. Yung kasing stock prices, on a daily basis,
every minute,
second by second. Ang nangyayari po kasi, pag halimbawa, ginamit ko kunyari yung credit line ko na yun, pag bumagsak yung binili kong stock, halimbawa na nga lahat which can happen, sasabihin nila sa akin, margin call. Ibig sabihin, kailangan bayaran ko.
Okay.
So, that doesn't happen naman sa real estate. Diba? Kasi mas stable.
Mas
steady talaga yung real estate.
Oo, because there is yun naman ang reason naman yan, there is no market that is readily available na para bang yung mga emotion ng tao on a daily basis nakikita kagaya na nangyayari sa stock market. So, we have to remember that may kanya-kanyang pwesto ang mga different asset classes sa ating total portfolio. Okay ba yun?
Grabe, the questions are pouring in. It's actually difficult to filter them, but we're looking at, here, this is something that I think is up your alley, literally. With the opening of the BGC Ortigas Bridge, is there a huge jump in condo prices in these areas or not yet?
Well, what I can say is property owners in that area are holding on until that bridge is fully opened and people are going to return to the offices. For the most part.
Yeah, holding on. They're holding on to the real estate. I actually passed by that bridge already.
Ay,
Ang bilis from BGC to Ortigas. less than 10 minutes. Ha? Bagong bridge na pala dito.
Ay, salamat may good
Oo,
news.
bilis na ngayon.
Ang bilis. Okay.
Itanongin na rin natin yung mga ibang tanong ng mga viewers natin. On Facebook, sinabi rin ni Wise Money, is Pampanga a good location nowadays for real estate investment?
Wow.
There's also a lot of developments there in Pampanga. A lot of the big developers are going into there. So pero for
like
me,
Clark,
yeah, I was thinking of Clark also. Yeah, that one.
For me, I like to I always invest in yung mga places na meron ng current demand rather than future. Especially for first-time investors, parang you want to be you want to be both safe pero a place na that has a lot of development. Safe in the sense na it's already there, you can already see a lot
like,
of
hindi naman sobrang raw yung land,
activity. So just be careful where you're investing.
How about the lahar factor? Meron pa ba? O nanahimik na masyado si Mount Pinatubo?
Mayon. Mali. Hindi alam yung geography. Mali probinsya.
Diba? Naalala ko kasi EDRIC, pero syempre mga pa kayo nun?
91 ba yun?
Musmus pa kayo nun. Talagang naglaglaga ng presyo in that area because of the lahar. Imagine, na-bury ang mga towns kasi around that area. So, meron ka bang thoughts on that? Nanahimik na ba si Mount Pinatubo?
Ngayon, yung maingay, si Taal eh.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh
my God. I know someone who just built this house there. Ganun na siya.
Pero tahimik naman yung sa north ngayon.
Parang
of course,
Tsaka daming developments like La Union. They're also trying to decentralize
La Union,
Metro
kasi
Manila.
Surf tayo dyan.
Mga work from home completely. They really relocate.
Beach, diba?
Yeah. Hello to Ariel Arboleda who just joined us, and thank you so much for the Hug Reso music. Ang dami nating questions.
Ang dami, Edric. Ang dami.
Grace Barreto also super informative daw. She's watching from QC. All right, thanks sa halo-halo to Maris and Marie Chris. And another question naman from Dean. Hi, Edric. Do you think developers now are blowing up the prices of pre-selling properties to the prices of already built ones?
What does it mean?
Yung parang baka isip niya, masyadong pinapalobo yung per square meter ng pre-selling versus yung mga gawa na.
Oo. Sometimes there was a time in Sirendra, naloka nga ako. The pre-selling price of something which was not yet there was higher than the one which is already there. Na pwede mo nang tira. In Sirendra, there was a time a few years ago, way before the pandemic. Anong masasabi mo dito? Sabi niya, do you think developers are now blowing up the prices of pre-selling properties to the prices of already built ones?
I don't think they do for a few factors. One is developers tend to also improve on yung newer projects nila. Kaya if you look at it, if you're comparing a already built one versus a newer project, the newer project would have already improvements technologically in terms of how they build it and yung setup din nila. Siyempre, we're quickly developing yung technology ngayon, ang bilis eh. Yun and and it's new. It's there's gonna be no problems with it.
Okay, so, cool. All right, so another question. Thank you, Edric. So actually, I would kind of agree kasi dati isip ko rin na bakit yung Tower 1, 2 mas mura sa Tower 3 and 4 na hindi pa gawa.
Okay, 168.
168. I'd like to know your name also kasi this person has been giving us really interesting questions. 168 AGM.
Yeah, 168, what's your name so we can call you by your first name?
Yeah, the question niya, what is your take on investing in Metro Cebu and Metro Davao?
Ako kasi I'm focused more on Metro Manila. That's where I like to invest talaga. Pero if you're comfortable in those areas, like if you live there, if you or work there, you can invest there. Pero if you're not familiar with the area at all, I don't suggest investing in those areas.
Okay, so let's remember that, when you invest in real estate, lalo na, malaki-laking pera yan, go for something that you're familiar with already. So, siguro aaralin mo rin bago ka
Yes, you
pumasa.
can study it.
Parang stocks din talaga. Hindi porket, oy, tumataas daw. Tataas daw. Hindi pwedeng ganun-ganun na.
Okay. And si Glendale Velasco, meron kasi siyang plan to buy this lot for business or residential, which is along the highway.
Oh.
And the location is becoming a city. So marami pang potential.
Yeah.
Baka yung nabibig talking about location.
Yeah,
so,
ito yun.
So the problem is we need to loan for bigger amount in order for him to buy that. Should I sacrifice my salary to buy for that investment or wait for the time to have enough money? Thanks for the answer. I think we can even answer that based on what Edric said, the 3 C's.
Yeah. Tama.
Diba? Yung capacity, credit, cash flow.
Yun ay consider niya, no?
As long as you can get a bigger financial benefit versus the cost of borrowing the money, then that's an option you can look at to invest there. Like if you think the capital appreciation and the additional rental income or net cash flow you will get from the property is bigger than the interest expense that you will incur, then that's going to be an option to look at.
That's good. Okay. So kasi gusto niya i-consider dahil it's along the highway. Pag ganyan kasi nagka-capital appreciation yan. So pinoproblema niya, ito na ba?
Bibili na ba? Pero sabi niya, sacrifice pa rin yung salary niya. So
basta naman hindi ka gugutumin, my dear.
It's real estate, a lot of it is all about maintaining your control on the property. So kahit may bank loan ka, dito nalulugi yung mga tao when they lose control of the property. Kunwari, biglang they weren't planning, let's say they were only planning to hold the property for 2 years, tapos they can't fund it more than those 2 years. And they can't find a buyer agad. Nalulugi sila. They offer it, they offer it a certain price, they can't find a buyer. Tapos pababa yung asking price nila until the time na they can't hold it any longer. They have to sell it or foreclose yung property. So very important is to always maintain control, always make sure you have the proper discipline and cash flow to continually pay for the property because in real estate, if you hold it long enough, talagang hindi ka malulugi if you invest in a property with a high growth potential.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Grace Barreto. Thank you so much for your for staying on. Pansin ko kayo pa rin dito and sanay sa halo-halo. Yay, thank you.
Si Dean din nagpasalamat sa sagot mo. Dean Muhalin. Thank you for answering my question.
Right. So, time check nga lang naman. It's 11:55.
Malapit.
Ang dami pa rin questions.
Oh my gosh, 11:55.
Oh my God,
right? So how can they reach you, Edric, if they have further questions? Kasi I tell you, it's still coming in, but we don't have that much time.
How to avoid real estate pitfalls like agricultural classification and Roland. Email natin.
So we always I guess just to wrap it up,
sige.
So what is the best way to start in investing in real estate, or what can you say or tips for first-time real estate investors? So I think that's a good way to wrap up our segment because Edric is specializing also with a lot of mga first-time real estate investors. Diba?
Correct.
Sige, Edric.
Sige. Anyayakan mo na sila, Edric.
I think what most people get wrong is they jump into property exploration right away na tinitingnan na nila maganda ba tong property, maganda ba to. Pero you have to start with your own finances. Get very good at and get very disciplined with your cash flows. How much cash is coming in, how much cash is going out, and with that you can start with start with let's say pre-selling properties if you don't want or if you don't have money saved up yet. Just focus on the 3 C's: capacity, credit, and cash flow. Break it down into little parts so you won't be scared you won't be scared of total price, which is usually in the millions.
Correct.
So can you please invite them if they want to continue the conversation with you
and avail of your free consultation?
Oh, yeah.
For those serious real estate investors. How can they contact you, Edric?
Yeah, actually, if you want to learn more about investing in real estate safely and smartly, you can go to my YouTube channel, EDRIC MAGUAN - The Real Deal.
The Real Deal. Okay,
I make very short, concise videos. Ayan. I make very short, concise videos.
Yeah, for those first timers and who encounter Edric, he does mga 3-minute videos, but they're also 1-minute videos. Very easy to understand on the real estate. And on the screen, you can take a screenshot for how you could contact Edric.
But I want you, of course, because parting words ito, I want you to say your famous line.
Yes! Gusto ko yun.
1, 2, 3.
I'm Edric MAGUAN, and this is The Real Deal.
Yes!
Para siyang game show.
So maraming salamat po. Sana we had more time. But maybe we can invite Edric again.
Grabe,
in the
daming
future.
questions.
Daming questions. Very lively discussion. 1,637 viewers. Live viewers on Kumu, and we also have a handful here on Facebook. And sana nga, we are saying kasi, ako talaga, di ba yung kasabihan na put your money where your mouth is? Dagdagan ko pa, put your money where your heart is. Kasi nga, di ba, kailangan yung pinaglalagyan natin ng pera natin, may katuturan naman sa pag-fulfill ng ating mga core values. And of course, if you want to follow us also, you follow FQ Mom on Kumu, Facebook, YouTube, and the FQ Mom on Instagram and Twitter. And of course,
and you also have your podcast, right?
Oh yeah, please. Nakakalimutan ko. I do invite you to please support my new podcast, FQ Mom Podcast. You can listen it on all your favorite podcast platforms at pakilagyan nyo naman ng rating at saka comment so that it can reach more viewers.
Yes.
FQ Mom Podcast.
Nice. And you can also reach me for any personal branding concerns so you could develop yourself, your personal brand, and become a more effective leader at Brandem Consultancy on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, or www.brandem.ph. BRANDEM.ph.
Yon! So maraming salamat. This has been fun. Uy, maraming salamat.
Yes, bitin.
Yeah, can I just shout out to my wife, Yvette? Thank you for always being my rock and supporting me.
Yeah, putting your money where your heart is.
Entrega lahat kay Mrs. Wow, nagka-clap ang mga ating mga viewers. Yes, this has been fun. We'd like to see you again next Thursday here on Money Lessons with FQ Mom
and FQ Son.
Woo!
Bye. Have a good night.
Thank you.